What is going on, everybody? It is Alex coming back at you with another video. And today, Patriots fans, you know what time it is. It is a 7-round Patriots mock draft. So, of course, if you guys love the Patriots, if you guys love mock drafts, I'm your channel. I'm going to be doing another one of these in the offseason, if not two, depending on if all my rankings change and if some new information after free agency comes out. But regardless, also drop mocks every day. So, of course, feel free to stay around. And if you want to contribute, we've got fan mocks coming up soon. There's going to be links down in the description for the Discord, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. But let's take a quick look at the roster so we know exactly what we're looking at. Quarterback, we don't even need to look at it. Mac Jones doing a great job. We all knew as soon as he came to the Patriots that it was just game over. You already know that he's going to light it up. Let's also start out with the running backs here. Ramondre Stevenson doing a great job. Damian Harris, very solid. JJ Taylor's a good rotational back. I think this squad doesn't really need much. Maybe a later round running back that's more of a scat back. You could look at even guys like a Nye Smith would be pretty fun for this squad as a wide receiver running back hybrid. I'm not really too worried about it, though. Honestly, it's going to be a late round pick for us. It's not a big need. Ramondre, as long as he stays healthy, I always say this, he's going to be great. But let's look at the wide receiver core. This is probably the position of biggest need for the squad because, you have some solid players in here. Even Jacoby Myers, you guys need to give him a contract. That guy deserves it. He deserves his money. But you look at the team here and you're lacking a true number one. You got Nelson Aguilar, who's an excellent assisting wide receiver. Honestly, you saw what happened in Las Vegas. You saw what happens when he could be a supportive wide receiver. I think he can be stellar when he is not the focal point of the offense. Kendrick Bourne, solid. Honestly, nothing. Again, these guys are nothing to write home about. When they are a complimentary wide receiver, they can make plays, right? I think Kendrick Bourne had a really big game this year too. So cheers to him. Like even N'Keal Harry. If you get the focal point off these guys, they're going up against third string or number 3 corners, number 4 corners. That is when they're going to be able to play their best. That's kind of a slanted compliment, but that's okay. It just means you need some more help in that receiving core, as is what we saw in the offseason. Tight ends signed up for days with big ass contracts. Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry. Honestly, I think you guys are set at tight end for the time being. You look at all these guys signed for quite a while. I'm a big fan of it. Left tackle wise, you got Isaiah Wynn here. I've heard some issues with him staying healthy. I've heard some things where people are saying it's time to get rid of him. He's not playing that well. Honestly, I'm going to play him through his full contract and give him a 5th-year contract if possible. Again, these guys continue to develop. He was a very solid tackle out of Georgia. Remember, I think he got an ACL tear. That's why he dropped to the Patriots. And honestly, I think that he's solid. Yanni Kajus is an excellent backup as well. However, the right side, you have Trent Brown, who he's there on a 1-year deal. And honestly, I think that given his price tag, he might want to go somewhere else, but also there might be better value. So right tackle could be something that we look for. Looking at the guard situation, honestly, you got Shaq Mason, Michael Onwenu. Don't think you need to even look once, apart from maybe for backups at those positions. And then David Andrew, Ted Karras. Yeah, you got 2 high-end centers in offseason, including your own one. That I was like, dude, Steelers, pick him up. Look at this damn contract. I do that in a heartbeat. David Andrews is such a stud. Love David Andrews. The fact that you guys have him now until 2025 at that contract is just disrespectful. I hope you guys give him a nice little pay raise in the middle of his contract. Look at the safeties. You got Kyle Duggar, Josh Bledsoe here. I'm not mistaken, there should be more safeties, but I'm going to trust sporttrack.com. Kyle Duggar doing a solid job. You got these guys under contract for a while. So you got some stuff to work with there. I think that maybe you can use guys like Devin McCourty. Devin McCourty's probably going to retire soon. I hope he retires. But you have, where's he at? Jalen Mills can play safety as well. Hopefully he can play some role there. But we still might go after a safety. Adrian Phillips, Cody Davis. Obviously, this is probably the biggest issue right here, is that your 2 starting free safeties are going to be up for a contract. So getting a free safety could be a priority of ours. Cornerback wise, you got Jalen Mills here, signed him a big contract. I think he'll be a very good player to be putting at multiple positions. I think he should be positionalist. You've seen him do very well. Even on the Eagles, he had some years where he was just lighting it up. Even at safety, he did a good job here and there. So I think that Bill Belichick will find the right role for him. Right now, he's a corner, listed as a corner, but I think that he could play safety as well. He's a good hybrid for that, good value for a hybrid. Jonathan Jones, he'll be there. Joanne Williams. The big talk of all this is JC Jackson. Y'all need to give him a big ass contract. It's about time. This guy has been playing at a very high level for a while now, and I think this guy deserves to get his money, get a contract. So let's do that. Sean Wade traded, I think, for a 4th round pick. So a guy who can play slot, he can do all that. There's some good guys here. I think that getting a true number 2 might be a good idea, and rotating Mills to safety. That's where I would go. It might be where I go in this draft, but we'll see. And then, of course, you got David Andrews here. Oh, man, I love that. I keep looking down at the centers. I'm like, woof, man. You guys are stacked there. Looking at linebacker, you got Raekwon McMillan on a – actually, why does it say a 1-year deal until 2023? I think they gave him an extension then, or they put him on IR. We'll see about that one. But you got Jawan Bentley coming up for a contract. Dante Hightower up for a contract as well. Inside linebacker is certainly something I want to target, whether it's this round or this in the 1st round, 2nd round, or 3rd. I think we need to address that. Jelani Tavai, another guy who you could address. Cameron McGrone, brought him in the draft. I think that was an excellent steal. That was a very good acquisition by y'all. That was a very good job. Outside linebackers / pass rushers, you got Judon, the big pay. Josh Uche, a very solid pass rusher as well. Anthony Jennings, another guy who, honestly, he was a steal. Pretty sure he fell in that draft. So I was like, ayo. You got even Jamie Collins back on the roster. So honestly, outside linebacker, I'm pretty comfortable with. And linebacker, you guys are doing pretty well apart from that inside linebacker spot. So we also need to look at the defensive front. And at the defensive end spot, this is where I'm getting a little bit worrisome. Ronnie Perkins he's a solid dude. Honestly, I wouldn't be too concerned. Chase Winovich, another guy who's actually doing a pretty good job there. I'm not that needy for somebody on in your defensive end position, but it's something I would certainly look for. I don't think Ronnie Perkins makes me comfortable. Chase Winovich is excellent, but at the same time, you're also going to be giving him a contract soon. So defensive tackle wise, Christian Barmore has the most pressures of any defensive lineman, interior defensive lineman this year, which is great because he's a stud. I love him. He was my number 18 guy in the draft, if I'm not mistaken. And the only reason he fell is because apparently it was hard to coach and had some work ethic issues. And you wouldn't last on the Patriots for a day if that were the case. So looks like he's gotten around that. So cheers to you guys. Lawrence Guy, another solid depth dude. I mean, the fact that he got a 4-year contract makes me a little bit worried, but honestly, there's not many holes on this team. Per usual, the Patriots have a shit ton of depth. So you know what we do? Get the best player available. For me, I'm looking at wide receiver. I'm going to look at offensive tackles. Well, inside linebacker is a big one for me. Cornerback. Those are the big ones. We can get safety as well if the value is right. So I think that's where we go. Let's hop into the draft. So let's do this. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's start the draft and let's make sure the sound is off because boy, is it annoying to have to deal with the ring-a-ling-a-ling every time. If you guys aren't new, or if you guys are new, you guys know I do not do trades because it's just a little bit high. It just gets extremely complicated. Maybe in the off season, we'll add in like a 1 trade clause where you can just do 1 trade. But honestly, it makes it a little bit too complicated. I'm not really in the mood to go and just go bananas over it. It's just cool to see, hey, will these guys fall to us? Because there's a lot of trades that get offered. At this point, for the love of God. Okay, Charles Cross will not be here. That's just pure disrespect to that guy. For that reason, we're not going to take it. Otherwise, I would take it in a heartbeat. I think he's worth 10 times more than Isaiah Wynn. So that's something I would do. But Devin Lloyd's on the board. Nakobe Dean as well. But I think you're looking for somebody who can line up at middle linebacker at close to 240 pounds. I think that's the right move. Devin Lloyd offers a big amount of versatility as well. Big fan of him. We're going to be going Devin Lloyd with this first pick. Dude, Charles Cross is so good. It's just so disrespectful to have him fall to 26. Oh, it hurts. It hurts me, guys. We'll see what happens. It's for some reason TDN's a little bit slow right now. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It just happens. I mean, it's the internet, for Christ's sakes. But we'll see what goes on. Because, I mean, heck, if Jordan Battle falls to us, that'd be an interesting situation. I would consider taking him just because he's that good. And he's gonna fall to us, isn't he? Son of a biscuit. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. So Jordan Battle's on the table. I know I didn't really want to go after a safety, but might not be a bad choice at this point. Wide receiver wise, you got John Mechie here, and that might be we're probably going to go that route. Oh, Jordan Battle's so good though. Looking at the corners, nothing worth it at this point. Dude, Jordan Battle's on the board. Can we pass him up? Can we? Yes, we can. I think we can. We're going to go Jordan Battle here. Well, actually, I just said we can pass on him. I don't think we pass on him. I don't. At this point, it's best player available. You can put him next to Kyle Duggar there, and that is going to be an elite safety duo. He's excellent. He's excellent all around. You don't have to use him as a strong. You can use him as a free. He lets up one big play per game here and there, but he makes one or two big plays a game. And there was a saying on ESPN earlier today that it's like, what people don't understand is a game comes down to 4 to 6 plays. Well, he may give up a big play, but he will also turn the tide of the game. So I think honestly, it's probably a smarter move to go with John Mechie here. But Jordan Battle, without that ACL tear, is going to be the pick. Honestly, I think that there's some other guys in this draft as well that I like to draft. Hopefully, they will be there at our next pick. Of course, I would possibly take that trade right there and move up for another wide receiver, but that's okay. Kingsley Enagbare is such a beast. Gotta give that guy some respect. I don't know why TDN hates him so much. It's so stupid, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. Because look, now you look at the safeties. Tyke Smith's not even in the draft. Then you got Nick Cross here. So you might as well have done that because look, oh, yes. So Wandale's probably going to be this pick right now. Just heads up because I'm going to probably try to select Kobe Bryant with the next pick. So I'll give you guys a little bit of leeway. This guy is amazing. He's just like, you look at Walmart and you know how they have stuff that's like, it's all beat up. It's not as good as if you like go to another place. This like Walmart version of Jalen Waddle here. The guy is shifty. He's great with the ball in his hands. You look at him, he's kind of like you could say maybe he's a Dollar Tree, Jalen Waddle. Maybe he's a Kroger, if not, I mean, no, Kroger's a little bit high end. Maybe he's a Walmart version of Kadarius Toney. I love him. He's great, especially since he can also play that receiving back role that you're looking for. Like when I was talking about Nye Smith, I was really hoping for Wandale in the third. I was just thinking they wouldn't fall here. So we're actually hitting it off very well right now. I'm very happy with how the draft has fallen. Chad Muma, like, I love that guy. You guys need to watch him if you haven't yet. James Cook is another one where it's like you could probably draft him too. But again, I'm not going to force that. Oh, Tariq Woolen just went. Oh, no. We're going to get screwed on the cornerback situation, aren't we? Oh, Kobe's still here. Kobe's still here. Come on. Come on, Kobe. Don't do this. Don't do this, Eagles. Don't do this, Niners. Oh, yes. We did it. Kobe Bryant. He's going right here. He was named the best corner in the country. So very happy that happens. I usually get totally hosed because I don't know why TDN knows. I have a weird feeling that the simulator knows where you're looking at. Ooh, Tyler Smith. Another guy, guys. Check him out. He's my number 31 dude in the draft, and he went to the Steelers. But, I mean, look at this. It's just perfect. But, yeah, the simulator kind of knows what position you're looking at and kind of wants to screw you over. So we're getting a pretty damn good draft right here, guys, if I say so myself. Of course, Sam Williams is going to continue falling. That's just the way this works. We might be able to snag Boye Mafe here if he falls, and this is the perfect team to take Boye Mafe for. Just a dude with unreal athleticism. We could look at offensive tackle as well if the right guys fall. They are not, unfortunately, so I'm not very comfortable doing that. We just got some very, very good talent, and I'm very happy for that. So just seeing who else is on the board right now, we could honestly even go after a corner like Riley Moss here to be our depth guy, but I'm tired of drafting Riley Moss every single time. It's okay. It's okay to go elsewhere. And I think we actually lost out on Boye Mafe. That hurts me. Yeah, it makes sense. He's in the 6th round. He's going to go in the 3rd, if not 2nd. Just the upside is ridiculous for him. So let's see who's here. Honestly, Eric Gray would be an excellent choice for this team. I know I said that Wandale could be your receiving back. You probably want to use him as a wide receiver. Eric Gray is extremely talented as a receiving back. He's a one-cut back. I kind of comp him to Giovanni Bernard in that way. You know, he's pretty much a worse version of what Michael Carter was last year. Also, can't disrespect Ty Chandler that much. He's kind of a lower grade version of Eric Gray. I like Eric Gray. And honestly, I'm going to take him for this squad. This squad depends on electric weapons. And a 6th-round running back who's going to play every single pass down is kind of worth it. You got that in J.J. Taylor, but his name J.J. Taylor out of Arizona. It's just, I think that Eric Gray is so much better. I really like Eric Gray. There's a lot of hate on him, and I don't know why. It's kind of rude. But we might honestly pick up a backup guard with this pick. You know, I don't usually draft offensive linemen this late because most of the time they don't work out. But of course, if the Patriots draft them, they're probably going to work out. If we have a 7th-round pick, that is. I don't believe we do. Given the pick spot that we're at, this is where in free agency or like UDFA, I would say that's probably the right move. We do not have a 7th. So if you guys could let me know where that 7th went, that would be great. But honestly, I think we're doing a perfect job here in this draft. We got everything we were looking for. We got value, we got talent, and we got it at positions of need. So this is a quick mock draft, but you got Devin Lloyd, you got your Hightower replacement. I think it's perfect. Honestly, it just, without Garrett Wilson and stuff on the board, I'm perfectly confident in that. Jordan Battle, I mean, damn, he and Kyle Duggar are going to make a nasty duo. Wandell is actually going to be a guy who's very fun on your squad. You're going to use him a lot of different gadget plays, and that's going to be perfect for getting the ball out of Mac's hands. You know, again, give him his Jalen Waddle. And Kobe Bryant, he's a guy, I mean, hell, he's a steal at that point, and Eric Gray is going to be your James White replacement. I think it's an A+ draft. Let me know what you guys think, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the far side. Peace.